What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Crypto Warriors is Talking Crypto back at it again. Today is Wednesday, July 1st, 2020. Half the year is done. It's all downhill from here, baby. Can't get any worse than this, right? Don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like a sugar. Don't trust, verify. Don't trust, verify. Something that was said to NCOs in the Marine Corps was don't expect, inspect. So if you tell one of your Marines to do something, don't trust that Marine to have gotten the job done. Go back behind them and make sure that it was done. And not only that, make sure it was done correctly until they've proven themselves to have that trustworthiness. Don't expect, inspect, and you'll see why. $83 tons of fake gold bars, gold market rocked by massive China counterfeiting scandal. I made a video early this morning about that same situation, and it goes much deeper than what was originally thought, in my own opinion, of course. Over the years, we have periodically reported the occasional gold bar discovered as counterfeit in Manhattan's Diamond District, which instead of containing the yellow precious metal would be filled with gold-plated tungsten or, in some cases, copper. What we're seeing is this has a lot more implementations than originally thought, in my opinion, again, because this is going to push banks, not only banks in China, to want to verify everything. Don't expect, inspect. They're going to start trying to verify everything that was said to be real. And we're starting to find out a lot of stuff is being fake. Over the past decade, China has emerged as the world's biggest counterfeiter of various mostly industrial metals used to secure bank loans, better known as ghost collateral, and which, adding insult to injury, would frequently be rehypothecated, meaning often several banks would have claims to the same fake asset. The Bank of China, then the Bank of Paiton, then the Bank of Sichuan Province, all have the same claims to the same fake assets. Bitcoin solved this. Bitcoin solved this, people. Remember that. You don't have to worry about Bitcoin being faked. You don't have to worry about Bitcoin transactions not going through. You don't have to worry about Bitcoin transactions being rolled back on the blockchain itself. I know last night, my video, there was a story about certain wallets having a feature to stop the transaction. That's not on the blockchain itself. That's between the wallets. So you don't have to worry about, those transactions being rolled back, so to speak. This has a lot of implementations as far as dollar still remaining the world reserve currency, because China, I'll go to this story briefly. Watch out, America. China and Russia are stockpiling gold, and they were supposedly working on some new currency to be the world reserve currency. Either the ruble, like a digital ruble, or a digital yuan, all backed by gold and things of that nature. But now we're seeing that 83 tons of it is fake. Fake. This is going to have a lot of trade implementations. We won't probably hear about it because, again, China keep everything closed in and behind closed doors, and we'll hear about it months later, and you'll see why. China, it's China, man. They keep everything locked down and try to pretend that everything is all roses and butterflies over there. All that is about to change with the discovery of what may be one of the biggest gold counterfeiting scandal in recent history. And yes, not only does this involve China, but it emerges from the city that has become synonymous for all of the scandal about China, Wuhan itself. This is so funny that it's coming from Wuhan, people. This whole gold scandal, this whole virus scandal, everything is all centered around Wuhan. If you don't find that funny, man, you don't have a funny bone in you. A remarkable expose by Caxton has found more than a dozen Chinese financial institutions, mainly trust companies, i.e. shadow banks, loaned 20 billion yuan or $2.8 billion over the past 5 years to Wuhan King Gold Jewelry with pure gold as collateral and insurance policies to cover any losses. Those insurance policies, are they going to still cover it because it was fake to begin with? Like this has a lot of implementation, man. Like it's building. There was just one problem. The gold, in quotes, turned out to be gold-plated copper. The fake gold came to light in February when Dongguan Trust, one of the infamous Chinese shadow banks, set out to liquidate King Gold collateral to cover defaulted debts. This happened back in February. So we already knew that, in hindsight now, that the whole virus situation has been happening since the end of last year. So in February, this bank, because of, the bubble popped earlier over there because of the virus, they wanted to go in and receive their gold, so to speak. But when they found out that the gold that they had backed for their loans, they found out that it was fake. To its shock, Dongguan Trust, so a trust is basically an insurance company, well in this case a bank, a shadow bank, said it discovered that the gleaming gold bars were actually gilded copper alloy. The news sent shockwaves through King Gold's creditors. China Misheng Trust, another shadow banking company and one of King Gold's largest creditors, obtained a court order to test collateral before King Gold's debts came due. On May 22nd, the test results returned, saying the bars sealed in Misheng Trust coffers are also copper alloy. Somebody is going to get the death penalty for this, maybe, because in China they don't play. But it's absolutely funny. We're going to see all these central banks around the world. They're going to do their CBDC because they've already trained our minds to start saying CBDC, which is an acronym for Central Bank Digital Currency. Eventually, it's going to come down to trust again. These things are going to take years to play out. It's going to come down to trust again, and the fact that the Bank of China can't trust the Bank of England or can't trust the Federal Reserve. It's going to come down to trust. Ultimately, only thing they know that they can trust is Bitcoin. And they're going to start loading up on Bitcoin as a reserve currency, in my opinion. Again, this is how it's playing out in my head. Do your own research and come to your own conclusion. But again, you cannot fake Bitcoin. It's immutable. It's mathematics. It's on the blockchain. You can't fake it. You can't print any more Bitcoin. There's only ever going to be 21 million. So again, please, people, remember, you can't fake it. Next story coming from OKCoin, or their website actually, cryptobriefing.com. I'm sorry. I looked up the top 5 gold-backed cryptocurrency tokens, and they all have one flaw in common. You have to trust a third party to say that the gold is there. And not only that the gold they have is real. So when you're trying to redeem your crypto-backed gold token for actual gold, you have to trust that the gold they send you is real. That means you're going to have expensive equipment, like ultrasound equipment, or that little chemical gold test. You may be able to test the surface layer. If you've ever bought jewelry from a jewelry store and you ask them to test the gold for you, they test it by dipping some kind of chemical on the gold itself, and then they scratch the gold on a piece of black paper, and then they could tell whether or not it's real or fake. Well, oops, let me pause. And I'm back. Forgot to put that on mute. But what I was saying before was you still have to trust the fact that it's real gold. And when you receive the gold, you may do that little chemical test. It's a little cheap test. You can get it from Amazon. You can just scratch it and test it. The surface layer, if it's gold-plated, may come off as gold, but then underneath it, it may be fake. Again, we have to realize that unless you're in the business, you may be getting scammed. It might be all fake gold for all we know. Again, do your own research. This is just what I'm coming up with. But these are the quote-unquote top 5 crypto-backed gold tokens, all based on Ethereum, except for one of them is on Algorand. And it doesn't matter. We still have to verify that it's real gold for these tokens. And then not only that, there's a Tether gold. There's a Tether gold. Tether's already in a lot of deep water with the fact that they're not 100% backed with US dollars. So now I'm supposed to trust that Tether has real gold? Like, give me a break. People, Bitcoin is the way. If you haven't realized it yet, please wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This gold situation is just scratching the surface. And unless people start to get this news out there, a lot of people that are maybe the gold bugs already know about this, and they're just keeping quiet about it, obviously. A lot of central banks are going to start testing their golds now, their gold reserves, and we'll see in the coming days, weeks, months, maybe even years, that a lot of these gold bars are faked. Fake, and it's probably all stemming from Wuhan. This stuff, 2020 has been a hell of a year, and it's only going to get better. It's Sergeant Crypto. Thanks for watching. Smash that like, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And I'm out. Peace.